On this episode, we discuss the protests against Zelensky neutering Ukraine's anti-corruption agencies, Ukraine's indigenous military-industrial complex, the U.S. Army's drone PR nightmare, how to fire bullets in outer space, and more. Okay, let's go.
Conflict, politics, military-industrial complex, technology, war. The Flash Traffic Podcast.
Confident and be hopeful. Right on.
You will be surprised. I bet Zelensky's surprised at the protests going on right now.
Are we rolling or what?
Yeah, we're rolling.
Yeah.
Let's go. We're segueing right into Ukraine because Zelensky signed the law that basically makes the two agencies in Ukraine that are supposed to fight corruption, they basically lost their independence and now they fall under the office of the presidency under a special advisor to the president.
So they're still there. They've just been part of a reorg.
Exist. Yeah, it's not really a reorg. It's as if the Fed, which is supposed to be an independent
body
agency, independent body in the United States, as if Trump took the Fed and put it under him. If Jerome Powell now worked directly for Trump.
That's like Trump talking shit about Jerome Powell, saying he should be fired, calling him an idiot, assassinating his personality because Trump doesn't know shit about inflation or the domestic economy, which is why you have higher interest rates. So kind of like that, but not quite the same.
Not quite like that, but yes, it's very bad, at least from the perspective of
it exists, but it's not independent.
It's not independent, so how functional are these agencies going to be? There are two agencies. I'll just read them off. One is NABU, which I've heard of before, National Anti-Corruption Bureau of Ukraine.
Pretty much everyone has, yeah.
And the other one is SAPO, which is an independent prosecutor's office that works for the NABU to actually prosecute criminals that have been found to be corrupt.
But what's the why?
Interestingly enough, there's probably one of three reasons why they did this. And I don't know what the truth is here, but it's either those agencies have been infiltrated by Russian agents, which is what the party line is saying right now. Or number two, Zelensky doesn't like who they've been investigating because they have been investigating some of Zelensky's cronies.
Good, I'm glad.
Or three, a combination of all those.
I was going to say, or were they ineffective? Were they incompetent? Were they not getting the job done?
Who knows? They'd have to do an investigation, and maybe he didn't like who they were investigating. The title here in the New York Times this morning, I think, is, quote, wartime protests in Ukraine target Zelensky for the first time. Subtitle is, the demonstrators were angered by government moves to dismantle anti-corruption efforts and quell dissent, end quote. So they're not happy. There are protesters. There are protesters in the streets, not in the Maidan, but near the presidential palace.
So we don't know.
I don't know how many.
We don't know. We don't know why this is going on. We don't know why he made the move. We don't know how pressing it is. You should have made the case to the people. You're a democratic country. Pretty stupid move. If this gets you public resistance when you campaigned on a platform of anti-corruption. Understand that's the background. You campaigned on this as something different than all the other corrupt asshats who came before you, that you were going to clean it up. I got it. I know in your wartime, things get crazy, but that's the problem. You campaigned on this, and now you're removing their independence, which shows maybe you're corrupt too. So That's where the beef is and where the resistance is. And you know what, Zelensky? Maybe you just earned this. If you're not doing this for the right reasons, you can't articulate this publicly. Maybe you earned this.
Yeah, well, like I've said before on the podcast, Zelensky is not going to be the president of Ukraine 5 minutes after this war is over. And this just
You don't know that.
speeds that along. Well, that's my assessment. That's my guess.
Why?
So these
Why is that your guess?
Why he's not very popular. He's
He
like
did get elected.
I think he's like 50-50 now.
You know who's going to do better?
Wartime leaders usually don't last after the war, but Zelensky in particular.
Right, who's better?
I don't know. There's
Who,
lots
Klitschko?
of candidates.
The mayor?
Yeah.
Like he's going to show people how to box?
Have the champ do it.
Hey, that's prerogative. I guess we'll see. That's something you don't have in Russia. You have no popular public protest that lasts very long.
No. So, but people are not happy about it. Here's one headline from the Kyiv Independent. Okay, so this is from the Kyiv Independent opinion article. Editorial : Zelensky just betrayed Ukraine's democracy and everyone fighting for it, end quote. Yeah, people are not happy.
Wow.
I don't know how many people.
That's not
so
a
there's
good
supposed
headline.
to be civilians and soldiers lining up in the near the presidential palace to protest this. I don't know how many people. I don't know how many protesters there are.
Hey, Zelensky, not a headline you want to see by the Kyiv Independent. Not a headline that makes your morning any better.
No. So these organizations were set up in 2015 after Viktor Yanukovych fled Ukraine. Now, when he fled in, I think, February of 2014,
right after the protest, he bounced.
Right after the Maidan reached a critical mass, he left.
Do you know what that critical mass was caused by? Little off topic, but actually straight on topic.
Violence?
Well, there was a sniper campaign that the evidence indicates was from right-wing nationalist parties in the resistance, which is now in the government today, the Zelensky government today, that shot people from both sides. They shot their own people, protesters, and also shot government forces. So a covert sniper campaign, I cover this in a chapter in my book, hasn't been disproved, where they shot their own people and to blame it on the government, and then raised the anger and ire and the temperature of the protesters that just put them in a frenzy and ultimately bounced Yanukovych, Russian corrupt meat puppet. See you later. A lot of drama right there, but that was like the boiling point that finally pushed him over the edge, and he bounced.
As I understand it, the protesters also had snipers. So both sides had snipers.
Right, they had some, but it's different when you're shooting your own people. So this is right-wing nationalist, anti-Yanukovych protester, like their side, shooting their own people to then blame it on the government. And there is a American Ukrainian professor who's written extensively on this. He seems to be like a pro-Russian troll. Yeah, he has written extensively on this. He has taken all the space out of it, and no one, even though you may not like the guy because he seems like a pro-Russian flunky, no one has been able to dispute what he said.
Who is it? What's his name?
It's a 15-syllable Ukrainian. Ivan Kachanovsky, University of Ottawa. My bad. He's Canadian. Don't tell me you know this guy.
No, I don't. I have not heard of him. I was looking on my bookshelf to see if I had a book by him.
So he's written extensively on this, books, articles, lectures about how it was a right-wing conservative nationalist elements in the Ukraine resistance that thought it was a good idea to incite a massacre and then blame it on the government in a covert manner. And apparently that's what they did. The governments afterward, if you want to disprove it, government, then investigate it and prove that that wasn't true. They have not done that. They've destroyed evidence. They've tampered with the crime scene. And Zelensky himself said, this goes back to the corruption piece, right? Zelensky himself said on the topic, let me see here, that evidence has been lost, air quotes, crime scenes have been tampered with, and the entire judicial system requires a reboot. Yes, everything you said is true, and that was in 2020. Anyways, a little bit of a tangent.
He said that in 2020.
But that goes back to the heart of corruption and dealing with it.
Right. I think there's a bit of truth in all that. I think the Berkut, the police, the government police forces had something to do with it. I think the protesters were sniping the cops. There might have been, like you said, some kind of black flag in there where the right-wing nationalists were also sniping people, probably indiscriminately. When Viktor Yanukovych fled, they went into his mansion that's about 20 kilometers north of Kyiv. And the people just walked in there. It was
pretty nice.
It was pretty nice.
Let me guess, it's pretty nice.
This place is called, I'm going to kill this, but Mezhecheria. And I have been here, and I did not go inside the house because you had to pay to go inside the house, and they had gaudy gold
like
things.
And you're like, you're not paying $1.
It was probably, yes, like 40 hryvnia. It was like actually exactly $1. I didn't go in the house. I didn't want
so
to.
Cheap.
The park.
You're so cheap.
It wasn't that. I just didn't want to. I could look through the windows. I saw all the gaudy stuff.
Nice
I didn't want to go.
You're creepy. That's what creepers do.
This is a park. This is a public place. This whole place is now a public place. It's like 200 acres. There is a farm. I'm sorry, not a farm. He had a zoo. They still have the zoo there, and it stinks really badly. But this place is really cool. People have weddings here. This is now a public park, including the what was the president's mansion under Yanukovych. But when they went in there, they saw such Trump-like golden opulence.
Oh God!
That this is now a symbol of anti-corruption in Ukraine. Either way, the passing of this bill,
not a good look.
It is not a good thing for Ukraine.
Not a good look.
This is the first time people have come out and protested against Zelensky in large numbers. This is a bad look. This is a bad look for Ukraine.
How did it pass then? How did it pass? If it's such a bad idea, and these people and they represent the people, how does it pass?
I do not have the exact numbers. The vote in the Verkhovna Rada was almost unanimous for passing this bill. I think like 200, and I get these numbers missed. These are wrong numbers, but I'm guessing, ballparking here. Like 240 voted for, 40 abstained, and no nays.
Then why is it unanimous across party lines?
I don't know.
So not that terrible an idea.
Zelensky has not made his case to the Ukrainian public or the world's public.
That's the problem. He hasn't articulated this, hasn't made the case. That's the problem. Why did it pass overwhelmingly? And then all you real smart guys who are politicians, why haven't you explained that to the public?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, not good. Not good at all.
I'm just a dude in a trailer in Tucson. How do I know? Just asking some questions.
You're in a trailer park in Tucson, Arizona, trying to figure out world geopolitics.
I got like this wide lens on my camera to make the room look bigger. Like this room is like 6 feet wide, dude. Like that's it.
That's impressive. I like it.
Aluminum,
I like what you've done with the walls. Where's your American flag? You had it on the floor.
My son liked it. My son's like, Dad, what are you doing with this? I said, I don't know. I'm just kind of keeping it here for now. I was cleaning out the
I think
closet.
maybe
So he took it.
you should just green screen yourself from now on. Just put a green screen behind you, and then
does this even allow it? Does this like cheap ass camera you bought me and now I owe you? Does that even do that? Like I can't even blur the background with this POS.
No, that's your computer processor. That has nothing to do with the camera.
No, it isn't, dude.
Whatever. I don't know.
What?
Hey,
whatever.
Look, here is something that dovetails the anti-corruption.
You used the word wrong. I'm gonna let it go.
You don't think it dovetails? It doesn't.
Dove's tail.
Dovetail? Is it dove's tail? Dove's tail?
No, it's dovetails. Dovetail, not dove's tail.
Like ducktail. Woo!
West Point education ain't what it used to be, people. Sorry.
Like dovetails.
Shit's gone down.
This dovetails.
You were a DEI
the story of
back in the 90s.
Man, what are you talking?
I'm on a roll, dude. No, dude, I'm on a roll. I'm stream of consciousness, bro. War Weave Wednesday.
Oh, man. Look, the title of this New York Times article, and again, I'll put this all in the show notes with gift articles so you can actually read this without disabling JavaScript on your computer. Look, the title in the New York Times is Ukraine ups its arm production, asking allies to pay for it. End quote. So the bottom line here is that Ukraine has excess industrial military capacity, but they do not have the money to take full advantage of their industrial capacity.
That's a true statement.
So they want the West to give them money so they can build arms themselves and not rely on Western arms. Okay, I would refer you to the story we just talked about the problems with corruption in Ukraine. And now you're just going to give them money, cash. Here's money for your industry.
Know what I'm worried about?
That money's gone.
Know what I'm worried about? I'm worried about defeating Russia in the field. So let's not get off track and turn into a bunch of nerdy little dickbags who can't stay focused on the topic. Defeat the Russian military in the field. This is the way you do it. Put in your oversight. Do inspections. Follow the money flow. I got it. Do not be so short-sighted and fickle that you think you're not going to defeat Russia in the field because you don't like funneling money through their defense industry. That's the way it works. That's the way it should work. Now do oversight until the cows go home. Volunteer to be like a contract supervisor. Fly your happy little ass out to Lviv and then see where the money goes. Do your thing, bro. Like, I got it. Do your thing. Don't use this as a red herring to not support Ukraine to destroy Russia in the field because you don't like the acquisition process. Don't do that shit. I'm going to lose my mind.
But it's not quite a red herring.
I'm going to lose my mind.
There is some basis to this, and it does skew the narrative.
Deal with it.
It does support the Ukraine's corrupt, and we're just giving a bunch of money to tracksuit wearing, gold chain, mafia
that's made up
Ukrainians.
Right-wing nonsense by brain-dead dickbags with 3 brain cells like a goldfish you just bought at PetSmart, bro. That's what that narrative is. You want to talk about corruption? Why don't you talk about the U.S. weapons industry? You want to talk about corruption? Talk about the money going to the failed drone programs in the U.S.
Oh, we will.
Many millions we flushed down a toilet on that bullshit. This is the way ahead.
We're going to talk about that next.
It makes sense. Provide oversight. I'm okay putting like a microscope up their ass. Go right ahead. Investigate people, clown people, put them in jail. A federal pound you in the ass penitentiary. Go to town. And then defeat Russia in the field. Let's not get distracted. That's all I'm saying.
Sure.
That's all I'm saying.
I agree with you. I agree. You can do this. You can give Ukraine cash and still, like you said, follow the money.
And then fire people. Arrest people. I'm okay with that. Put them away for 20 years. I don't care. If you're a corrupt scumbag, then you're part of the problem too. Put them in a jail for 20 years.
The National Anti-Corruption Bureau of Ukraine could have done that, but now they fall directly under Zelensky.
Why didn't it pass with a unanimous vote then? What's going on?
Got to make your case.
Okay, I want answers.
We need more answers. But Ukrainians who follow this very closely are not happy. They think it's dissolving part of their hard-earned democracy for the last 10 years, 9 years.
Well, then fight over it. I'm okay. Then fight and figure it out. I'm okay.
Protest. Okay. This article had some interesting information. Ukraine is making 40% of its weapons that it uses in the field.
I like that.
They believe that Ukraine has a $35 billion a year capacity, and they are only producing at $15 billion a year because of lack of funds. The article mentions that Ukraine has been given $500 million from the West for production, which seems like a very low number when you think that Russia is going to spend $150 billion next year on the war.
At least.
That's what the Kremlin says. $150 billion. That is basically everything that the West has given militarily to Ukraine will be spent in next year on the war, if the war continues. Russia produces 3 times more ammo in 3 months than NATO produces all year. I thought that was shocking.
Interesting. That is shocking. But also Russia, hey, good for you, bro. Flush your $150 billion down the Donbass toilet. That gets you absolutely nothing in the long run. Go ahead, do your thing, bro. Spend every nickel your economy can possibly produce on tanks, drones, contracts for Siberians who are dead in 3 months. That's good news. Do your inflation, crash your economy, go on a war footing for your ego for an endless black hole of financial nothingness. I think that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's Putin's hobby. He's simply spending money on his hobby.
He's got nothing else to do.
It's just like you spend your money on your Oriental crochet collection.
100%.
So he's spending it on his war hobby. Here's Zelensky. This is Zelensky at the end of the article. Quote, Ukraine needs investment. You need skills. You need technology. End quote. And the you there being the West. So basically Zelensky is saying, look, we need money and you need the skills that we have developed over the last 3 years in producing military industrial capacity. I don't think so, because Ukraine is building garbage. They're building knockoffs. What are they going to
better? That is still better than anything the U.S. produces in the drone space. You want to go there?
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Oh, really? You want to talk about the garbage 600? Like you want to go there?
You're right.
Because it sounds like you want to go there.
There are probably some things, especially drones, but not when you talk about self-propelled guns, the Bohana or whatever it's called. That is a knockoff of the Caesar, and it's not even close.
Oh, good. So if it's good enough, cheap enough and good enough, keep it moving. What is the U.S.'s overpriced bullshit done? Like the M1 Abrams. Mm-hmm. That's as bad as the T-90, where it's just a giant, expensive target for you to flush your money down a toilet because it doesn't work anymore. Something to consider of a cheap, good enough product that gets the job done. And when it gets hit by a Lancet, it doesn't cost you $20 million.
Yeah, maybe. I think Zelensky's overselling the value of Ukrainian experience in modern combat and conflict. I think Ukraine in general is overselling it. I think they're fighting an insurgency that just barely over an insurgency. I think they're one step above insurgency right now.
They've
They're
killed and
fighting
wounded 1 million Russian soldiers, and you consider that an insurgency?
Okay.
Can you send me your crack dealer who you get your fentanyl through? Because I want to buy some of that, dude.
Maybe that's a bit extreme. Let's not call it insurgency.
Stuff's going off the rails. War Weave Wednesday.
I don't think there's very much to learn from the Ukrainians. Maybe some on the drone war, yes. Other than that, do we need to learn about how you defend a trench? I don't think so.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Okay. So, but the U.S., so 3.5 years into it, the U.S. drone program is non-existent or a failure. And take your pick. And then the U.S. hubris is we've got nothing to learn from them. We just got our ass kicked in 20 years in Afghanistan and unceremoniously booted. But we don't need to learn anything about counterinsurgency, right? We don't need to learn anything about that. We just need to refight World War II over and over and over again. U.S. has got nothing to learn from anything, do we? So that's like the same thought with Ukraine, that we got nothing to learn from
the
this.
Hubris.
We would have done it 10 times better. Our Abrams will work just fine, bro. There's nothing to learn from the Ukrainians.
I think
it's
attitude. A bit oversold.
Sure, it's a little bit oversold. And then look at a bunch of dinosaur U.S. generals who don't even know how to use Snapchat, but they're the ones who are going to bring us into the modern age of the technology like that we need for this. But we'll just wish this away because Ukraine's overselling it, and we're 10 times better. Yeah, how'd Afghanistan, bro?
Remember we talked about that statement that some editorial. Oh, it was the former British member of Parliament who wrote, "There's only 2 armies in the world right now that know how to fight a conventional hot war: Ukraine and Russia." That's ridiculous. So I think it's oversold. It's oversold.
I'm with you, but here's also a fact: they are the only ones doing it. You can say whatever. You can say you're redoing this in NTC because you do 3 drone events a day. Ukraine does 3 drone events a millisecond. So you can say, like, we know what we're doing and we got this, and just write off 3.5 years of experience. I would also say that's nonsense.
The U.S. Army does not have this. So that's a good segue into the...
Did you just set this whole thing up? Did you just play me to do this as a segue?
No, I didn't, but I wish I could take credit for that.
Yeah,
look,
you did.
The U.S. Army on their official Twitter page
this is
posted a video.
This isn't going to be good.
The title of the video was, "Have you ever seen a drone drop a grenade?"
Only about 100,000 times, bro.
Yeah, 100,000 times. The whole world has seen that, and they don't even do that shit anymore. Okay, it's the whole thing is very ridiculous.
Oh, jeez.
I think the video was filmed in a training exercise in Grafenwehr, I think in Germany, and the gist of it is, look at the United States Army using $40,000 drones to drop an M67 hand grenade, like an unmodified hand grenade, by the way, just the regular baseball frag hand grenade. They just drop it as is. They don't even take the effort to
Jesus
put the
Christ.
badminton. You remember, even ISIS put badminton birdies, taped them onto their grenades so they floated straight down. The Army has not even reached plastic badminton birdie feather level of grenade drop. They're not even at 2000. Basically, they're not even at 2016 ISIS level technology, but they play it off. Here is the video from the official U.S. Army Twitter page that was deleted 1 hour after being posted.
You know I'm going to go off after this.
Here it is.
You know that I'm warning the listenership. I'm going to go straight off after I see this. Okay.
I don't know how much of this I can stand. I've only watched it twice.
People a lot of shit watching this.
I may not be able to watch
Let's see the
this
train
whole
wreck,
thing.
dude. Let's see the train. I want to see
Okay,
the
here we
train
go.
wreck.
All
Okay,
right, here we
U.S.
go. So
Army.
I'm gonna play it.
We're so technically advanced.
I'm here at Range 132 at Grafenveer, and we had 10 planned drops, and our first test was a success. And it was the first live ordnance drop from a small UAS. For a conventional army, that's a big step for 7th APC.
Yeah, it is a big step for the conventional army. There's a big step for you,
there
bro.
It is. There's your $40,000 Mavic.
And then we'll continue with follow-on.
Skydio $40,000 Mavic.
Oh, look at the cardboard.
Dropping
the
a training grenade.
We do a lot of things.
Ooh, now we're going to pull out the real grenade. Here we go. This is a green one.
Today, they're working
oh, that's legit. That's a live grenade.
UAVs,
that's not a live grenade. That's
no one even does this anymore.
To observe as well as to intercept, just in case we have any situations that arise. In addition to that, there's other equipment.
I like their little system.
Here we go, taking off. How exciting.
I
like their little system.
There's your 3D printed grenade holder. Like that's going to...
The good thing about it is with the innovation...
I didn't even see the thing drop.
How to actually place
there's your training grenade.
UAVs themselves. Really, the purpose of this training is more of innovation. It's to do things that we've not done.
It's not innovation. It's innovation for you, not for the rest of the world, dude.
Yeah.
My roll down range was the rig.
Okay, I can't.
That's who he put in charge of it.
Too much.
That's what the Army did. They put a first lieutenant in charge of the whole fucking program. No, they said first lieutenant.
Oh, he was an electronic warfare officer too, which makes under Army logic. Army logic, that makes total sense.
It makes total sense. They put a first lieutenant in front of this.
Some general jackass is like,
who doesn't know?
Hey, drones are, they have a hard time with electronic warfare. Let's make the electronic warfare officer in charge of the drones. Okay. What?
So you got generals in their late 50s and early 60s who don't even know what a fucking TikTok account is. It's something their grandkids use. They think using WhatsApp is social media, and they're trendy because they go to Starbucks. And these guys are going to, drive innovation. Like I work with a lot of these guys. They couldn't innovate their own ass with two hands because they're so stuck in the Army bureaucracy that stifles creativity. Conformity is valued over creativity. I've seen it my whole life. And these guys are going to move in the future. These guys are 10 years behind, bro, dropping an M67. No one even does that anymore.
This is a PR nightmare for the Army, but they're used to it, right?
What a bunch of no-talent ass clowns.
Look, they pulled this video 1 hour after it was posted on the official Twitter page of the U.S. Army.
Let me guess.
Because it got such just scathing trolling on the comments. It's just like, you guys are fucking morons to think that. Why in the world would you post something like this and say, look how cutting edge the United States Army is? And we all know the answer. The only possible reason anything like this could have made it onto the internet is because some jackass general officer wanted to show the U.S. Army that they are doing something with drone warfare.
But you know what? Know how that general got there to be a general? Because he was a general's aide when he was a captain 30 years ago. And that's what got him promoted. You think it was creativity?
And then he stayed around.
He stayed around forever till his peers either quit or died. Yeah. And then he got promoted. He got promoted because he was a general's aide and a sycophant. That's how you get promoted in the U.S. Army. Not because he's a technical, creative person. That will get you fucking fired. Creativity will get you fired in the U.S. Army. He's a fucking yes man. And that's why you produce garbage like this, and you're a fucking decade behind ISIS, who doesn't even exist anymore.
And that the PAO officer, the public affairs officer, had to get shit approved by the general.
At the highest level.
So they bring all this stuff to the general, and the general makes the final decision. I'm sorry. Do you have any experience in marketing?
Zero.
Do you know anything about the internet, General?
Nothing.
Does this look good to you? Okay, we'll go ahead and do this.
And
then we'll end up pulling it. Oh, is that a drone? Yeah. It is a big, giant PR SNAFU. I don't
So,
even know what to call it,
yeah.
but
So,
Army's used to it.
how does this look on the general's OER? He was probably typing that morning. Innovated drone technology integrated into a multinational training exercise.
Look at
Drop
this.
munitions, leading the tactical charge, just like Hegseth told me to. An hour later, he's like, delete. Let me cross that shit out.
I am sure that somebody also came up with the idea. Let's have the garrison commander of Grafenwehr.
Oh, geez.
The 1-star. Let's have the 1-star say some words on this video too.
Did he?
No, he did not, or she did not. Whoever
Thank
the garrison
God.
commander.
At least they couldn't embarrass themselves. My teenage kids would laugh at this.
I guarantee you, one of those PAO officers came up with that idea and ran it through the general staff just to see if the general liked that idea.
That's their job.
Ridiculous. Remember Army of One? Remember how good a PR campaign that was?
What a train wreck disaster. When I heard that came out, I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? Who thought that made sense? You know what that ties into? The Army PT uniform. Dude, they fucked up the Army PT uniform for decades. They couldn't figure it out. They have the plastic shorts that are uncomfortable. Dude, go to fucking Reebok, put an Army logo on their shit, and call it a day.
This is not hard.
Oh my God. Okay, what general signed off on that?
Okay, to the Army's credit, the shorts must be made in 3 different congressional districts. The shirt has to be made in Georgia, 1st congressional district. The logos must be printed in Washington State, because that is how the bureaucracy works. From the largest Abrams tank all the way down to the shittiest, most uncomfortable athletic wear ever invented, the bureaucracy must have a piece of their fingers in that shit all the time.
Let's talk about the digital camo you and I were wearing at IOLE in 2010. I forget where it came out.
My God,
the entire Army had to redo its entire camo pattern for everything: web gear, body armor, shirts. It only camouflaged you in a gravel parking lot where the Army parked its Humvees.
On the internet. If we were fighting like Tron, the movie Tron, inside the internet, that is what you want to wear, the digital.
And then these ass clowns got rid of the whole thing a couple of years later and went to multicams. How many tens of millions did you flush down a toilet on your gravel parking lot camouflage? What the fuck are we doing?
That's how bureaucracy works. It's the worst form of democracy. It's the worst form of government, except for all the others.
Except for the Ukrainian government.
If China or Russia, or Great Britain tried to do the exact same thing, guess what? They're going to fuck it up too.
Oh, they're going to fuck it up like it's
There's
their
no
job.
Government. There's no bureaucracy.
Oh, the Chinese bureaucracy. Oh, Beijing
fuck anything up.
is going to fuck this up like it's their job.
They can't not fuck it up. That's what the bureaucracy
I want to see the Chinese PT uniform. Okay.
I wonder if they have like really short shorts. I think.
God, I hope so.
I think the North Koreans do.
That's so hot.
Anyways, look. So we go from 2015 technology in the U.S. Army, and granted, I know for a fact that they're actually testing FPV drones. So they are working with more high tech than this bullshit. But you just don't put a video out like this. This is ridiculous.
Clown show.
Keep it to yourself.
Clown show 101.
You got to let everybody know that you're doing something with drones, and this is what you come up with. You're an asshole. General, whatever general came up with this, you are an asshole.
Yeah, General Admission did this. You know what? And I like how they feed up a first lieutenant to just get shot in the face with this complete embarrassment.
That dude thought he was going to be fucking famous.
They fucked that dude up.
Internet famous.
They fucked that first lieutenant up, dude.
Nah.
Dude, use a GI Bill, get an MBA, get the fuck out. Your life is over. Your career's over.
He thought he was going to be famous.
Move on, dude. It's a fucking clown show.
He is famous. He is famous. He's famous now.
Poor guy.
Internet famous for 10 minutes. Look, we go from a $40,000 Skydio Mavic knockoff piece of shit dropping an M67 round
no one
baseball
does it
hand
anymore,
grenade.
dude.
We go from that deleted in 1 hour from the
they
internet,
got
which is
clowned.
always, don't do that. Don't delete it.
They got
Just
clowned
go with
so
it.
fast.
Own it. Haven't they ever heard of like getting in front of the story and owning it? Why would they delete it? Anyways, because they're stupid.
My 15-year-old would tear that to pieces. If he saw that,
dude,
he would die laughing at these guys.
Let's go from that to this video that just came out yesterday.
Ooh. A drone intercepting a drone carrying interceptor drones that target drones. Dude, that is whack. You know what?
This is drone warfare.
My teenage kids would get it. They'd be like, yeah, okay, I got it. You think a general sitting in the basement of the Pentagon trying to get his next star understands anything of this? Do you think he grasps anything of this?
No.
So propellers don't work in space.
No, what?
You're trolling me now. A propeller wouldn't drive you forward in space.
You're fucking trolling me now.
I'm just asking, dude. I was an infantry guy.
Newton's laws, man. Opposite and equal reaction. No, you're trolling me. Okay, look. Here's the video of a drone carrying drones to intercept drones being intercepted by another drone. This is drone warfare, not dropping a hand grenade.
You're not giving up.
Here we go. Here's the drone. Boom. Attacking this drone that's carrying drones with another drone.
Those are tiny drones underneath.
Trying to get the propeller. Yeah, he hit the propeller. So the drone
recover?
Stuck the propeller. No, that thing's going down.
Is the drone pilot gonna parachute out? He's hitting the thing again, dude. He's whacking it again.
Oh, there it is.
Or
blow it up.
Or
Nice.
you just, are they trying to blow it up, or did he just destroy his own drone?
They're trying to blow up that drone. So what they do is they have those interceptor drones have a very small cylinder, maybe 1.5 inches long and maybe 1 inch diameter of C4. So they just try to get a proximity. They get proximity to the
it don't take much.
ISR drone. And no.
It's nothing to whack that thing.
Yeah.
Bro.
So that is the nature of drone warfare today. So contrast that with the U.S. Army's
what general gets that
idea?
That video we just saw, what general grasps that? Which one?
Yeah, that's why you need Mavericks. That's why you need Mavericks that are going to go ahead and take the risk of pushing innovation down the throat of the U.S. Army.
Drone command.
Drone command, yes, like space. We
Would
need
that
a drone
fall
force.
under space command? Would that fall under space command?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Space Force is all about building the most expensive satellites possible. That's what they're about.
To bankrupt the U.S. and put it further in debt.
That's right. It will be
Mission
the fall
accomplished.
of American democracy.
Mission
Space
accomplished.
Force. Okay, let's switch gears. I want to show this video of a dude talking about daytime thermal. Because you criticize me.
Exactly what I tell people. You can definitely use thermal during the day, but it is not as impressive during the day as it is at night, and that's because of the ambient temperatures and everything.
Almost like someone said that.
I'm just trying to find it with your naked eye, but it is not. Exactly what I tell people. You can definitely use thermal during the day.
So you put that on there to confirm my case?
Yes, my case.
Oh,
what
thanks.
do you mean? You're like,
you can use it during the day. Yeah, you can do it during the day, but you usually don't. You can use it in the day. You usually don't.
He said it's
and
not.
And the ambient temperatures. Oh, really? So it's almost exactly what I said. You can use a lot of shit during the. Yeah, it is.
You said,
yeah, I did.
Oh, okay.
Day-night regular day cameras are better for day use than thermal is. Yes, you can use thermal during the day. You can use thermal.
Now you're saying you
can use
thermal
in your refrigerator. You can use thermal in space if you want. You can use it for whatever you want. Is that the best use of it? No.
The
Why
point is, you
it?
said you do
'Cause you
not.
don't
Nobody
have the
uses thermal
thermal
during the day.
difference.
That's what you said. I'm going to pull the actual audio from
Yeah, please
Monday's
do.
podcast.
No, go ahead. Go ahead and pull
and we're
it.
going to see exactly what you're saying. I'm
I
putting
can't
it
wait
right
to clown
here.
you. I can't wait to clown you twice.
Okay, here we go. I'm putting it right here.
You didn't do it that fast. You're
There
going to
you go.
edit it later.
Yeah, I'm
Play
going to
it.
edit it in.
Oh, play it, bro.
I don't have it at my fingertips. I got to go back and find it.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'm trying to come up with daytime uses to support your erroneous theory that it is common to use thermal cameras in daytime.
Oh, no. I didn't say it was common.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't say it was common to
You're
use
doing
daytime thermal.
all the astronaut, West Point, Gettysburg shit
Jesus.
again, and I'm not biting. I'm not biting. I'm not biting today.
All right, moving on. Moving right along.
You better not do AI-generated voice. I will know it.
Yes, you won't know it because AI is that good. Here is a Ukrainian soldier shooting down a Russian FPV drone. Fiber optic FPV drone.
Is he using? He's not using Israel's smart shooter.
He's not. He's using a shotgun. Boom! 2 shots. It was coming right at him.
These guys are jumping for joy.
Right under the net. That FPV drone was going to fly under that drone net and hit that guy right in the face.
Hey, I tell you what, that's not a drone net if they can fly under it, bro. 360 coverage.
It's just a net. Let's just call it a net.
I don't laugh at the 12-gauge shotgun, bro. I don't laugh at it anymore. I think that is your last line of defense for a drone. 12-gauge shotgun with birdshot.
It is the last line of defense. But man,
what are you gonna do? Just eat a drone? Like, no, dude.
That's a high pressure shot, right? Your life is on the line. You have to hit this thing coming right at you. The thing's coming right at you. It's small. It's basically like hitting a baseball. Somebody throwing a baseball at your face, and you shooting that baseball with a shotgun.
You might want a 3 or 4 round mag, semi-auto is what I'd want to roll with. Hey, smart guy, put your netting down to the ground 360. If
it's not
you
always
can
possible.
Well, I guess you don't want to live, bro.
Hey, like
living isn't possible. Living isn't always possible. Understood.
It's not possible. Okay, last video it's in the Red Sea. It is a Houthi unmanned surface vessel.
Old video. Oh, unmanned surface vessel? There's
unmanned
not dudes
surface
in it?
Vessel. Nope. This is coming straight from the Ukraine war.
Iran
being
made
transferred right to the Houthis.
Iran made it and gave it to him.
This is a video. That's
okay. Maybe it's new.
That could be a Magura 5. All right, that could come straight from Ukraine. Coming right at this container ship.
Dude,
I guess they're going to wait.
Get rid of the assault rifles and get 50 cals mounted on your ship.
And now the drone is swerving because it's about to hit the container ship. It's swerving to avoid.
Yeah, you better open fire, bro.
And they're shooting with, 7.62 or
FNFALs.
5.56. Yeah.
Dude, you need 50 cal, dude.
Yep. Oh, and they hit it. One guy lunks out, hit it. And that's
blat.
That's a huge explosion. That was a huge explosion.
Dude, that's rookie shit. You need 50 cals on that thing with tracers.
At least. They should have opened up. Like, how nerve-wracking is that? They should have opened up on that thing. My God, like 1,000 meters away.
Did you see the dude? The dude's got a pair of running shorts on, and he's like shooting over the bow there. Like, what? Like, first of all, what the fuck are you guys doing? Dude, 50 cals with tracers, dude. Like, you want your life to depend on like an assault rifle and running shorts? What the fuck is wrong with you?
That explosion was pretty damn big. Like, that could have sank that. I'm not a naval expert, obviously, but that was a huge explosion. That could have sank that boat probably. And those guys were shooting with 5.56 type caliber. And they were only shooting. They must have been shooting it like 200 meters.
Dude,
that's when they engaged it.
You don't want it that close. You need bigger weapons with longer range. What are you clowns doing?
Amazing
I got an
video.
explanation.
Look,
Do explosions
yes.
work in space?
Do bullets?
Do
Yeah.
explosions work in space?
Yeah, they
Okay.
sure do. I mean, I guess you have to have some kind of oxygen source to ignite the explosion.
So would it? So would something explode in space?
That's interesting. I don't know. I know bullets work in space.
Because but there's no oxygen. So
They have to be. I don't know. That's a good question. I know that the Russians had a 50 cal mounted on one of their satellites.
what?
That one of their manned like mini space stations. I'll pull it up for Friday. We'll talk about
I
it
don't
for
think
War
you
Week
need
Friday.
oxygen. Like I'm considering the bullets are airtight, right? The way they're seated, there's no.
You think there's enough oxygen? No, there's probably enough oxygen. No, there's not.
Inside
Not in
the
space.
case.
No,
So you think a bullet won't work in space because it won't
I think
explode?
it has to have an external oxygen source. We'll look at this up
Now,
because
I know you think I'm fucking with you, but I'm not really, because I got this on my mind, because I like blew my mind when you're like, well, aerodynamics doesn't matter in space, and I'm like, what are you talking about? And then I'm like, oh yeah, there's no air. But that makes me think, like, what works in space and what doesn't? All this stuff we assume. Maybe you're like, bullet doesn't work in space, dude.
Bullet will. It will if you have, like, if it was inside an oxygenated capsule, like that's what the Russians did. But
with a bullet, isn't there air trapped inside the bullet case as you seat it in?
Yes.
Is that enough to explode it?
Initially, yes. But if a bullet has been living in a vacuum of space for a short amount of time, all that oxygen has outgassed.
You don't think it's tight enough. You don't think that's seated
I don't think
airtight. You think it's gonna, like, microns are gonna get out? Dude, this is whack.
I think the oxygen would escape from a bullet casing in the vacuum of space
Really?
unless it was contained in a vacuumized, like, a survivable capsule.
Dude, this is freaky.
What the Russians did.
This is why I was an infantry dude. I cannot grasp this dark hole physics shit. It is too complicated.
So let me ask you this. Do bullets fire underwater? We know that they definitely do, right? You can shoot a gun underwater.
But you're not going to like the trajectory.
You're not going to hit shit because it's Snell's law.
It better be point blank or something.
Right. It's going to diffract, right? It's going to go through the medium, Snell's law of physics. It's going to go at some kind of weird angle. But we'll look more into the bullets in space question for War Week Friday.
I think that's valid.
Yeah, I think that's a valid
I'm still grappling with the fact that there are no aerodynamics in space. I'm like,
no, just Newton's, what is it? Newton's first law? Opposite and equal reaction?
My little shit, I don't even know the second one, bro. LOL.
I know there's 3 of them.
This blows my mind,
good
dude.
chat. Good chat. If you like
we gotta
science,
apologize to listeners for the heavy science
we're
today.
idiots.
Sorry.
We don't know anything.
Sorry.
Look,
we're like
if you
PhDs
like
in
science,
physics.
Can I do the call to action, please? If you like science, then forward the Flash Traffic podcast to someone that also likes science.
Like a scientist.
We're big on science.
Send it to a scientist.
Yes. Forward this podcast, the link to the podcast, to every scientist you know.
Argonne National Laboratories. I'm just going to start with that.
Yes. Lawrence Livermore. What other national laboratory? You know, there's like 50 national laboratories.
There's a lot.
There's a seed national laboratory that just holds seeds from plants.
Like suppression of enemy air defense?
No, like plant seeds.
You're right. I think they store it. And I think U of A here at University of Arizona participates in that. Like there's a repository of seeds of every plant in the world.
Oliver North did not respond to my request to come on the podcast.
Doesn't he want to push one of his books? He's got to have a book he's got to push, bro. Come on the podcast. We'll pimp your book. We'll hold this shit up.
If you like science and you don't like Ollie North, then forward this. Okay, good chat. Bye-bye.
Oh, goodbye.
Flash Traffic Podcast.